Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something simple yet transformative: happiness. Happiness isn't just an emotion, it's a choice. It's not something you stumble upon or something that magically appears when everything in your life falls into place. No, happiness is a decision you make day in and day out, regardless of your circumstances. Today I want to talk about something that has the power to transform your life: choosing to be happy. Notice I said choosing happiness isn't something that falls into your lap. It's a decision you make every single day. Life will always present challenges. There will always be reasons to be upset, offended, or discouraged. But happiness is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about deciding not to let them define you. You can't control what happens around you, but you can control what happens within you. The scripture tells us, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. That means protecting your peace. Don't let negativity, bitterness, or offense take root in your heart. When someone is rude or unfair, you have a choice. You can let it steal your joy, or you can rise above it. Say to yourself, I'm not going to let this ruin my day. My happiness is too valuable to give away. One of the greatest ways to choose happiness is by practicing gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on what's right. When you wake up in the morning, don't think about all the things you have to do. Thank God for another day of life. Thank Him for your health, your family, your opportunities. Gratitude turns what you have into enough and fills your heart with joy. Let me remind you of this: you can't change the past. Carrying around yesterday's hurts and disappointments only weighs you down. Choose to forgive. Choose to let go. When you release the pain of the past, you make room for the joy of the present. Happiness is also about trusting that God's plan is bigger than your problems. Maybe you're going through a tough season and you don't see how it will work out. But know this: God is in control. He's working behind the scenes for your good. Keep your faith strong and choose to be happy even in the waiting. Friends, happiness isn't found in big, flashy moments. It's in the small blessings we often overlook. It's in a smile, a kind word, a sunset. Don't miss the beauty of life by waiting for something big to happen. Celebrate the little things. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Your environment matters. If you're always around negativity, it's going to rub off on you. But when you choose to be with people who encourage you, who believe in you, it's easier to stay positive. And don't forget the power of your words. Speak life over yourself. Instead of saying, I'll never be happy, declare, I am full of joy. I am blessed. My best days are ahead of me. What you speak, you'll start to believe. Finally, stop comparing your journey to others. God has a unique plan for your life. You don't have to measure up to anyone else's standards. Focus on your path, and you'll find joy in being exactly who you're meant to be. Every day is an opportunity to choose happiness. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. So today, decide to be happy, not because everything is perfect, but because you know God's plan is good. Choose to be happy, friends. Your joy is your strength, and nothing can take that away unless you let it. Happiness isn't something that happens to us. It's something we choose day in and day out. Too often we believe the myth that happiness is tied to our circumstances. We think if I just get that promotion, then I'll be happy. Or when I meet the right person, then I'll feel fulfilled. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect conditions to be happy is like chasing the wind. Happiness doesn't come from the outside, it comes from within. Life is unpredictable. We all face challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. There will be days when things don't go as planned, when people let you down, or when unexpected problems arise. If your happiness depends on everything being perfect, you'll find yourself constantly frustrated and discouraged. But here's the good news: you don't have to wait for your circumstances to change to experience joy. You have the power to choose happiness right now, right where you are. Think about this: two people can go through the exact same situation, but one will come out bitter while the other comes out better. What's the difference? It's not the situation, it's their perspective. One person chooses to focus on what's wrong, while the other chooses to see what's right. One person gets stuck in frustration, while the other decides to move forward with hope. That's the power of choice. Choosing happiness doesn't mean you ignore reality or pretend everything is perfect. It means you make a conscious decision to focus on what you can control, not what you can't. It means you decide to see the good in every day, even when it's hard. Imagine waking up in the morning and saying to yourself, today I'm choosing to be happy. I'm not going to let traffic, a difficult coworker, or an unexpected delay steal my joy. My happiness is too valuable to be determined by temporary inconveniences. When you make that decision, You're taking control of your emotions instead of letting your emotions control you. But here's the key: happiness takes practice. It's not a one-time decision, it's a habit you build over time. It starts with small choices. When you feel frustrated, choose patience. When you feel overwhelmed, choose gratitude. When you feel discouraged, choose hope. These choices might seem small, but over time, they create a foundation of joy that no circumstance can shake. Remember, happiness isn't about having a perfect life. It's about learning to see the beauty in an imperfect one. It's about celebrating progress, not perfection. It's about finding joy in the little things: a kind word, a sunny day, a moment of laughter. So the next time you're tempted to say, "I'll be happy when," stop and remind yourself happiness isn't about when, it's about now. You have the power to choose joy today. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Happiness is a choice, and it's one of the most important choices you'll ever make. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. This powerful truth reminds us that what we allow into our hearts shapes our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Our heart is the wellspring of our life. It's where our dreams, our faith, and our peace reside. But here's the thing: just as you wouldn't leave the doors of your home wide open for anything or anyone to enter, you shouldn't leave the doors of your heart unguarded. Life is full of opportunities to let negativity seep into our hearts. Hurtful words, unfair situations, disappointments, and betrayals, all of these can try to take root. If we're not careful, these experiences can plant seeds of bitterness, anger, or discouragement. Over time, those seeds grow and start to influence the way we see ourselves, others, and even our future. That's why guarding your heart is not just important, it's essential. Guarding your heart means being intentional about what you allow in. It means being selective about the thoughts you dwell on, the words you speak, and the people you surround yourself with. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves a place in your mind. And not every relationship deserves access to your heart. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been having a great day, feeling good, and then someone says something critical or negative? Suddenly your mood shifts. You replay their words over and over in your mind, and before you know it, you've lost your peace. That's what happens when you don't guard your heart. Instead of letting those words take root, you can choose to let them go. You can say, "I'm not going to let that steal my joy. I know who I am, and I'm not defined by someone else's opinion." Guarding your heart also means being mindful of the influences you expose yourself to. What you watch, what you listen to, and what you read all feeds your spirit. If you constantly consume negativity, whether it's in the form of toxic conversations, discouraging news, or harmful entertainment, it's going to weigh you down. But when you fill your heart with things that uplift, inspire, and encourage you, it strengthens your ability to face life with hope and confidence. Another way to guard your heart is by forgiving quickly. Holding on to grudges and resentment only hurts you. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. When you choose to forgive, you're not saying that what they did was okay. You're saying, "I value my peace more than holding on to this hurt." Forgiveness is a shield that protects your heart from the damage of bitterness. Sometimes guarding your heart means setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves full access to your life. If someone is constantly bringing you down, criticizing you, or draining your energy, it's okay to step back. Love them, pray for them, but don't let their negativity take root in your heart. Your peace is too valuable. Lastly, guarding your heart means focusing on what truly matters. Don't let temporary problems or fleeting emotions dictate your joy. Keep your eyes on what's eternal, your faith, your purpose, and the promises of God. When you anchor your heart in these things, you'll find a strength and peace that nothing in this world can shake. Friends, your heart is a treasure. It holds your dreams, your love, your faith, and your joy. Protect it like the priceless gift it is. Be mindful of what you allow in, and be quick to let go of anything that doesn't serve your peace. When you guard your heart, you're not just protecting yourself, you're setting the course for a life filled with joy, hope, and purpose. Letting go of the past is one of the hardest yet most liberating things we can do. We all carry memories of hurt, failure, and disappointment. Sometimes it's a mistake we made that we can't seem to forgive ourselves for. Other times it's something someone else did, a betrayal, a harsh word, or an injustice that lingers in our hearts. Whatever it is, holding on to the past is like dragging a heavy anchor through life. It keeps us stuck and prevents us from moving forward. When you hold on to the past, you're giving it power over your present. You're letting an old wound dictate your thoughts, your emotions, and even your decisions. That's why it's so important to release it. Forgiveness is a key part of this process, not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you're choosing not to let it control you anymore. Sometimes we hold on to the past because we feel like letting go means forgetting. But letting go isn't about erasing memories. It's about releasing the hold they have on you. It's about choosing to learn from the experience and move forward without carrying the pain. The past can also hold us back when we get stuck in regret. Maybe you wish you had done things differently or taken another path. But regret changes nothing. What's done is done, and the only thing you can change is what you do today. Instead of replaying what you wish you had done, focus on the opportunities ahead of you. Another way the past traps us is through our identity. Sometimes we let our past define who we are. We think I'll always be this way because of what happened to me, but your past doesn't define you, your choices today do. You are not your mistakes, and you are not what happened to you. Letting go of the past also means releasing the need for closure. There are some situations where you'll never get an apology or an explanation, and that's okay. Closure doesn't come from the other person, it comes from within. It's a decision you make to free yourself from the burden of what you can't change. Letting go isn't easy. It takes time, patience, and often prayer, but it's a process worth committing to. Life is made up of moments, small, fleeting moments that often go unnoticed. In our pursuit of big goals and dreams, we can overlook the simple joys that surround us every day. But those small blessings, the ones we sometimes take for granted, are what truly make life rich and meaningful. Think about the beauty of a sunrise, the warmth of a kind smile, or the comfort of a quiet moment with someone you love. These aren't grand events, but they have the power to fill your heart with gratitude if you take the time to notice them. Celebrating small blessings is about shifting your focus from what's missing to what's present. It's about recognizing the goodness in the ordinary. Sometimes we're so focused on the next big thing that we miss the gifts right in front of us. We think I'll be happy when I achieve this, or I'll celebrate when I get there. But life isn't just about milestones, it's about the journey. Every step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. When you take time to appreciate the little things, you train your mind to look for the positive. Gratitude grows when you focus on what's right instead of what's wrong. Maybe it's a delicious meal, a good laugh with a friend, or even the simple fact that you woke up to see another day. These moments might seem insignificant, but they add up to a life filled with joy and contentment. Celebrating small blessings also gives you strength for the bigger challenges. It reminds you that even in the midst of difficulty, there's always something to be thankful for. It shifts your perspective and helps you see that no matter what you're going through, there's light to be found if you're willing to look for it. Appreciating small blessings doesn't require anything extravagant. It's about being present and intentional. It's about pausing to savor the moment instead of rushing through it. It's about saying thank you for the things we often overlook, like the love of family, the gift of health, or the beauty of nature. In life, happiness isn't found in perfect circumstances, but in the choices we make every day. It's about deciding to focus on the good, even when challenges arise. Guarding your heart protects your peace and ensures negativity doesn't take root, while letting go of the past frees you from burdens that no longer serve you. Celebrating small blessings helps us see the beauty in the everyday and fills our hearts with gratitude. The truth is, life will never be without struggles, but how we respond defines the quality of our journey. By choosing happiness, embracing forgiveness, and appreciating the little things, we create a life of joy, peace, and purpose. Remember, you have the power to decide what shapes your day. Choose positivity, gratitude, and faith. Happiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you live out, one intentional choice at a time. Your best days are ahead. Thank you.